It is time for the long-awaited return to Roblox SCP. Introducing UndeadNekomancer.
Oh man, there's a lot of updates to this game. We're back on SCP roleplay. It's been a long time. It's been about 8 months, 9 months, about 3/4 of a year since the last time I did anything Roblox SCP focused, or just really anything Roblox SCP related in general. And oh man, the one that I was most known for, the one that helped me grow my channel extremely, SCP roleplay, as we have here right now, has had so many updates. The time that I took away from SCP roleplay, as well as the entirety of Roblox SCP, was extremely amazing. It was so good, because frankly, what I had to put up with was so awful. I'll get to that in this video here in a moment, but let's go ahead and join the main mode, which is roleplay. I will check out the other modes. Don't you guys worry. Don't you guys worry. There's so much stuff for me to do. I kind of want to try to escape as a Class D, but also at the same time, it's been a while and I have some things I want to talk about. So we're going to go ahead and play as RRT, because obviously you guys definitely love that. I know that you guys dislike RRT the most because of lore, but it makes me very fast and zoom around the map, and I want to zoom around the map when I speak. So that is what I shall do. Let's spawn in Sector 3 and BO5. Let's go ahead and upgrade as well. Also, I believe that you can change your rank, as well as you can, like, this will swap your role up if you change one of these, which is cool. That's one of the new updates to this game. I think that's sick. Let's go ahead and spawn in. Where is Sector 3? Oh, wait, so why did it give me the option to spawn in Sector 3 if I don't even spawn there? Oh, exoskeletons. Okay, I like that a lot, actually. Whoa, all right. All right, so I have my entire list of points that I marked off. I don't normally do this, at least for not a lot of my content, but there's just so much that I have to remember in order to talk about it. But this video isn't going to be one of my normal Roblox SCP videos. I know that's what you guys want. You guys have been asking for me to update my past guides, my updates, things like that, and also just to return. I'm here, I'm returning, but there's some things I need to talk about. So unfortunately, this video is going to be mostly me patrolling the map, exploring whatever was updated, and also just having fun while talking to you guys and filling you guys in on the gaps of information that I left in my entire leave of absence of just the entirety of Roblox SCP. Also, before I do that though, I gotta use the Glock, and we're gonna try this. Okay, so you can actually aim down iron sights. I feel like I should have known that. Wait, no, because before it wasn't iron sights. It was like this sort of, but like in first person, like crosshairs, I think is what it used to be. That's cool that they did that. ACR irons? The ACR irons are okay. Minigun irons? This is what I'm talking about. This used to be the crosshair. There we go. Let's go ahead and pew, pew, pew. Wait, did I only hit one of those shots? We don't talk about it. We don't talk about that. Anyways, to start off, like I already said, this video is for fun, and that the stuff similar to my old Roblox SCP videos will return after this video. And I'm still doing Roblox variety content because that's what I enjoy the most. That's how I have the most fun. But I'm coming back to Roblox SCP in terms of it's going to be an option and it's going to be frequent on my channel. Just, it's not what I'm going to do as a focus as I used to. So it's coming back. I'm just still focusing on Roblox variety. Did they change any of the SCP models or containments? Like this, for example? It doesn't seem like it too much. Okay, just curious about that, that's all. So now I want to get into quickly what made me leave in the first place. If you guys have already watched my video on my leave of Roblox SCP, I covered it sorta, not enough, but I covered it. Is this where people can still escape? Sick, I'm glad. Also, is there still a Easter egg in here by chance? Actually, you can still see that there's kind of a door, or is that just part of the wall? Is it a door or is it part of the wall? I can't tell. You know what? I'm gonna try to find it real quick. It's right here, right? Okay, so it is still a door, but it's a troll face. All right, interesting. Last but not least, isn't there like a secret compartment under here? If you can even get into it anymore? Hold on, I want to see if my camera can get in there. I gotta find out. You know what? It is what it is. It is what it is, man. So what made me leave in the first place is okay, but what if I don't feel like it? So what made me leave in the first place is I left because of game staff corruption. This isn't specifically SCP roleplay. This isn't specifically another Roblox SCP game in particular. I don't want to give names, so I'm not going to give names for anything that I'm about to bring up. So keep that in mind, please. I'm not going to give you guys any names of anything or anyone. I'm just going to say what made me leave, okay? There was game staff corruption across some of the games. There were factions. Okay, I guess this one is in specific to SCP roleplay, so I'm sorry. But there were factions only being friendly toward me until I made a video on them, and then they changed the way that they acted towards me after I made the video on their faction, which was just really toxic. It was really bad, and in fact, there was like 2 factions I can think of that did this, but it was bad, man. I hated it. I hated so much how you can do something that you felt like was just meant to be fun with other people, and it was just sort of like for your community as a creator and the entire community of the game, and just for the overall health of the entire faction scene of SCP Roleplay. At least this was how it was back when I was doing these faction videos. That's what I wanted out of it. I wanted you guys to find the factions you guys wanted to join and experience, as well as I wanted to be able to entertain you guys, and I'm sure that the factions wanted advertisement in that way as well. But believe it or not, people do switch up once they get what they want, and then they treat you like utter garbage and trash laying around. So I'll be honest though, most of the time, from what I can remember, the people who are in charge of the factions were the good people. Specifically, it's the higher ranks in these factions, not the people who own them, but the people who run it in a way, or are advisors to the owner of the faction, can be pretty awful people. There was also toxicity towards me and my girlfriend, as well as my mods at the time, which, if you really think about it, I was just trying to create experiences for you guys, and whenever something went wrong in your way or in your favor that you didn't like or something, but for whatever reason, I had viewers from my live streams and my videos that really don't like me. I mean, it's understandable. I don't expect everybody to like me or anything, but go after me in particular, not the people who want to help me and help you guys. And why go after my girlfriend? The toxicity for those guys is completely undeserved. If anything, I would be the one that would be targeted for the toxicity and not my girlfriend and my moderators. And speaking of this toxicity and this targeting, there was actually a Roblox SCP developer who tried to convince my girlfriend that I was a horrible person. That part blew my mind the most when I found out about it. Interrogation room changed. Oh, I gotta go back to the helicopter area here in a little bit then. That's cool that they changed it over here. That's actually a really nice update. I know it's small, maybe, but to me, that's kind of significant from back where it used to be. There's also other content creators that were causing unnecessary drama or continuing unnecessary drama or just bringing it to me or including me. The thing is that I'm sort of like everybody else. I say like everybody else, but a majority of people, they don't want to be involved in drama. They just want to watch it, witness it sort of thing. They like to know about it, but they don't want to be a part of it, right? That's how I am as well. And I feel like what happened is here and there, I would be involved in drama, brought up in conversation and stuff like that, where I'm just really not needed or necessary. And that was painful. I hated that too. But yeah, so just having drama with other content creators, even though there was literally zero need for it. There were also viewers that were constantly worried about my YouTube statistics, that they felt the needed to remind me about them on a daily basis. Now I get it. When you guys have a content creator that you guys love and enjoy, you care about their statistics. You want them to do well, and that actually means the world to me. I'm glad that you guys care about my stats, but the thing is that you also got to understand and respect the fact that... Oh, hello? Oh, okay. You guys just got to understand and respect the fact that I don't care about my stats. I'm here to have a fun time. I'm here to entertain you guys. I'm here to try to make this my full-time job. Yes, is this also in it? So there's 2 interrogation rooms. Got it. Okay. I'm here to entertain you guys. I'm here to have a fun time myself. But the thing is that this first starts off as a hobby, and then it turns into a job. And the time that it turns into a job, I hope that I'm just creating whatever I want to create for you guys. Because the thing is that I'm doing YouTube for fun. At the end of the day, if it becomes my job, I'm still going to be doing it for fun. That's why I'm continuing to do Roblox Variety, and that's why I'm coming back to Roblox SCP, because it's fun. And I just want you guys to understand that and realize that as well. Now, of course, I don't think that this is going to go away. I don't think this is going to stop. In fact, I don't think that a majority of the things are going to stop, but that's fine. I've grown as a person. But I'll get to that here in a little bit. I can't... Okay, hold on. I'm just going to be silent for a second, because the rain on this helipad and this music in the background with this scenery, man, it gives you that hardcore SCP feel, and I don't know how to really explain it, but it's aesthetic, and it's so pleasing to me. My brain is happy right now. I like that. I like that a lot. But also, of course, when it comes to the YouTube statistics, you guys were also being very nice about it and also very bad about it, because you guys would tell me about it on a daily basis, regardless if it's a good thing or a bad thing. In fact, even after I quit, I got comments every single day about Roblox SCP and how, oh, your viewership is falling off. You're a terrible YouTuber. You should obviously go back to Roblox SCP, which didn't make sense to me, because how am I a terrible YouTuber if you enjoyed my Roblox SCP content? People contradict themselves all the time in my comment section, whether they're hating on me or not. It's weird that I get hate for being a content creator on anything else other than Roblox SCP. But it is what it is. I don't care. I don't pay attention to my comments anymore. I literally do not read it anymore. That's another one of the reasons why I'm coming back, but we'll get into the reason why I'm coming back here in a moment. I'm sorry if I'm going all over the place. That's kind of what happens when I don't have like a script or something, but that's the thing. I don't write scripts for these videos. I just like to record and enjoy it. Let's go to Sector 3, by the way, as well. I haven't been there in a little bit. And while we're on the topic of viewers and how they told me all about my statistics, I want to get into how viewers would demand me to do things. Why? 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 How do I do that? Also, I have these red goggles, which I believe shows me the health of my opponents. Go fix power. How? Dog. Big dog. Oh, they updated dog. Big chunk dog. Chunky the dog. Oh, Glock. Do you make me faster still? I really hope you do, because that is... No. Okay, welcome to Sector 3. Let's go to the MTF spawn for a little bit. Excuse me, let me in. Excuse me. Thank you. So this hasn't changed too much by the looks of it. Can I see now? Nope, I cannot. All right, night vision goggles back on. But so viewers, they will demand content from me. And I think I can't remember, because this only happened during the beginning of when I quit Roblox SCP. But I actually got told to go die, basically. I got death threats whenever I quit Roblox SCP. Of course, it was only at the beginning, like when I quit, oh, you're an enemy. Yeah, that didn't work out for you that well, did it? Yeah, good try. I almost got obliterated by a rogue unit, but I obliterated them first. Okay, that's a new containment. I like that a lot, actually. All right. Thankfully, they repaired the transformer. Okay, you scared me, dude. That camo you had on your gun. Oh, yeah, we're going to inspect this test. For real, bro. Like, I hate O5 for that. Oh. OMG, they're both so toxic. Cry, you're a furry. I asked him we should have nuked 049, agreed, disgrace, What is with all of this hate, right? Can we kill her? We are not toxic. All right, well, this is like Roblox drama in its finest. You guys have fun in there. Anyways, I just feel like when viewers demanded certain content from me, it was really more of a nuisance and an annoyance rather than anything else, because like I already said earlier in this video as well, I'm here for a fun time and a good time. Okay. That was a strange circumstance. I don't even know why I went first person there. What's this area? Hello? Oh, okay. I got weird. That was weird. I got like stuck on glass and it wasn't existent, or maybe I ran into a wall. I don't even remember what I did. Okay, interesting. They didn't change the map too much, but they did change the morphs, and I like the morphs a lot. Look at this. RRT has an exoskeleton. What more could you ask for? But viewers would demand certain content from me, and they would be upset if I didn't do certain content. And I understand that as well. I understand that when you have a content creator that you really enjoy, that you have your favorite content creator, and they're not making the type of content that you specifically enjoy, I understand that you would want them to make more of the content that you enjoy the most, right? Ow. But that's the thing, is that's one of the things that also made me quit, because it's just a nuisance. It's just annoying when that happens, when people demand me to make certain content, because it's just one of those things where I'm trying to have fun. I'm trying to enjoy myself. Okay, so this isn't in the medical area anymore. I'm going back to the medical area to check it out. I gotta look. Don't get me wrong, though. I love hearing your guys' suggestions. I love seeing what you guys want me to create. But when it becomes a demand, that's the problem. When it's like, you make my content now, that's when it becomes a problem. Of course, that's another one of those things that I don't expect to change, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. And then because of all these reasons, it became more of a job. It became actual work than it being me having fun doing content. And I went back and I watched my videos, and to me, it seemed like even I was having less fun with myself. Okay, they still have the orb Easter egg. That's nice. I'm glad they still left the 173 Easter egg in the game. I love that. I'm not going to check out the 173's containment because I don't want instantaneous neck snapping death. But yeah, it became work to me. It became no longer fun. It became less of a hobby and more of like a, I gotta do it for money sort of thing. And that is when I realized that it wasn't becoming anything fun for me anymore. But I am now coming back, of course. And of course, again, I'm not giving any names on any of those particular happenings, or any of the things that you guys might be curious about that you guys want names on. You guys aren't going to get names for anything. The only thing that you guys are going to get information on is, yeah, of course, SCP Roleplay has factions in them. And of course, with me doing some faction stuff, there were a lot of good moments. In fact, there were more good moments with factions than there were bad moments, but the bad moments do shine through. I'm just so intrigued with the map sometimes in these SCP games. I just feel like I gotta explore, so that's what I'm doing here. But now let's get into the good things, the reasons why I'm coming back. We'll talk about this in the break room. I'll just face you guys, so that way I don't have to keep getting lost in my words. I'm coming back because I miss all the good memories. Genuinely, I've had more good memories than bad memories in the entire Roblox SCP community. But the thing is, I just got to the point where it was like my tipping point. It was crossing the line, crossing my boundaries of there were too many bad things that I just wanted to step away for a moment. And I stepped away for a while. And I'm not afraid to do it again in the future. If it gets to the point where there's another breaking point, another line is crossed or whatever, I will step away again for a while again. But the thing is, I don't care. Like, I become a better person. I become a stronger person. At the end of the day, I'm coming back because I just love you guys. And I seriously mean that. You guys are making my hobby become more and more of a reality every single day. Regardless if you've been here from my time that I quit, if you're just finding out about me now, or if you aren't even here for Roblox SCP. Literally, any of my audience, any of my fans, you guys mean a lot to me. And I'm sorry that I even left in the first place, but I had to. It was a good mental health change for me. Nonetheless, I miss all the good memories. I had so many of them on this game, in the community as a whole. I just missed it. I've moved on and toughened up since I left the entire Roblox SCP community, and that's all happened with the time that I took away from Roblox SCP. Also, to keep that in mind, I won't read comments anymore. Of course, if you guys want me to read a certain comment, like the comments that you guys like to see or you guys want me to read, because I will more than likely still read the top 3 comments on my videos or whatever, something like that. It's more healthy for me to not read my comment section because it can get really toxic and horrible sometimes. Of course, I know that majority of you guys are giving me love in the comment section, and I appreciate you guys for that. Don't stop doing that. Feel free to leave comments still. It actually helps me out a lot in the algorithm for YouTube, so feel free to do whatever you want there. But the thing is of course, it's just, you have good things and bad things down there, and I'll still check it from time to time. I just don't want to check it as much as I used to because it was really bad for me. And also, I'm not being held back by content creator programs anymore. What I mean by that is there were some content creator programs that held you to a certain standard, and they demanded you to act a certain way and demanded you to do certain things, and I'm not really a part of any specific content creator program for Roblox SCP communities anymore. Now, of course, if there's games out there that want me to be a part of their program, we could talk it out, figure something out, hopefully, and hopefully it'll be good. But the thing is that they always give you deadlines and stuff. But so basically, I'm no longer held back by the chains or cuffs, is what you could call some of them, not all of them. Why? But I'm no longer held back by any of them. Not saying that all of them hold you back, not saying that every single aspect holds you back or anything, but there were some things in some cases that did hold me back from being able to be the utmost content creator that I wanted to be, and I'm not held back by those anymore. And I won't be super into the community like I was in the past with factions and tournaments, because that went horribly wrong more than it went horribly right. I feel like me covering factions was awesome. I felt like me doing the tournaments was awesome. The thing is, though, is that what resulted in it was toxicity and horrible circumstances, and I don't know. We'll see where the future takes us, but for right now, I'm gonna stay away from doing tournaments and faction stuff, but we'll see where it goes in the future. Like I said, I might do it again. It was fun, but we'll see. The problem with it as well is the time constraints and organizing everything. It's kind of a mess in that regard too. But the biggest reason why I'm coming back as well is the fact that I took away pretty much every single obstacle that was getting in my way for content creation, and every single obstacle that would have made Roblox SCP also unfun for me. At the end of the day, I'm coming back because I just want to have fun with you guys once again, and I appreciate you guys, you know? I want to have fun with my amazing audience that stuck with me even after I decided to take a long break. And I'm also looking forward to meeting the new viewers and making you guys happy through any of my content and having fun with every single one of you guys in the audience as a whole. Not just my OGs, as you guys like to call yourselves, or like what I like to call you guys too, but also the new audience members I have. I'm a very positive person, at least the way that I have my outlook on life is very positive, and I just want to bring you guys into the good vibes, pretty much. I just want to have a good time with all of you guys. I don't care what it is. I'm just here for a fun time, man. A quick side note as well, though, is I would have come back sooner, but I just kept seeing toxicity, even roughly up to the day that this video is being uploaded. But, you know, like I was saying earlier, it's kind of ironic that people would say that they hate me because I quit, but then they also want me to come back, and it just doesn't make sense, because how can you hate the content creator that you want to come back? Like, what? But yeah, seeing those comments of hate and toxicity every single day after I quit, even up to this video's upload date, was horrible. And I would have come back, but I looked at the comments and people are like, you suck, go back to SCP. And I'm like, yeesh. Maybe that's why I gotta make sure I can understand myself that I can do without Roblox SCP. And I did. I made that to myself, that I can survive without Roblox SCP. And that was kind of making a point to myself. It was a good point in my mental health to be able to realize that. But, you know, I also strive on Roblox SCP. I love Roblox SCP still, of course. Also, another side note as well that I want to talk about is site inspectors. I used to go and visit certain Roblox SCP sites. I think I had some planned and then I never did or anything. And the reason for that was because it was just, that was kind of like factions where it was a big time constraint. And as awesome as the idea was, and as much as I still want to do this, a site inspector idea where I go and visit these Roblox SCP roleplay sites and talk about them and cover them. The problem with that is those time constraints, the time it takes to record, the time it takes to edit, and oof, those are rough, man. We'll see where the future takes us once again, but I more than likely won't do it anymore. But I did love and enjoy it so very much. When I went to Glacier in Site 006, which is Metatable Index's Roblox SCP sort of site and serious roleplay group, I loved every second of that, and I just got to give my love and respect to the community there, of who, of course, I know has a history of not treating content creators well or whatever, but hopefully hopefully that community likes me. I did my best to make sure that I understood what I was going into. I read up the entity wiki there a little bit to the best of my ability, and I also tried to make sure that I communicated well with the people who ran Glacier in Site 006, and I feel like I did an okay job. I hope that that community feels like I did too. But I loved that. One of these days I might go and revisit, but we shall see where the future takes us, like I've already been saying, because who knows what the future holds, man. I'll be coming back and doing several series, challenges, and just overall having fun and messing around on a variety of Roblox SCP games. It won't just be SCP roleplay. I'm just playing SCP roleplay because I wanted to have fun. I wanted to be here with you guys and just talk about it. And you know what? Let's go ahead and swap to the Class D real fast, so that way we could go ahead and mess people up while talking. Roblox SCP streams are going to come back as well, but they probably won't be private server events like I used to do all the time. I probably will still have them from time to time, just not crazy like they used to be, where an entire stream would be dedicated to private server events, and I would have stream chat moderators helping me out with every single event sort of thing. It's going to be a lot more relaxed than what it used to be. How do I get the UMP? I think I have to go through that hole in the wall, probably. I can do that. But they probably won't be private server events for a long while anyways, due to the low staff that I currently have, and that I don't have any plans on bringing back those private server events anyway, because there was always a high level of complaints, even though I made most things, if not everything, fair to the best of my ability, and I just hated the toxicity that came from those streams in the past. There it is. There's my UMP-45. Does that immediately make me a rogue? It does not. I like that. I will give one attempt at escaping the facility. Well, maybe two, because there's a minigun and there's a guy that has a ACR. All right. I might have to drop this minigunner, and then I gotta drop the MTF afterwards. All right, I dropped both of those guys. It's time for me to dip. All right, it's time for me to escape. I mean, I still got what it takes. I've dropped 3 players at the very least so far. I'll open up that door, makes people think I'm going through there. Open up this as well. All right, back to the UMP. Oh wait, I actually have stamina now. I win these. I win these. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. No, no. I was kind of popping off for a little bit there. I also remember that when I left, I actually dropped like so many nukes and stuff. Oh man, what a time that was. That was actually a fun little run right there. I know that I didn't escape or even get out of the CDC, but I mean, I did what I did. It was fun as it lasted. But anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and end the video. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Stay away from me. You're not really him. Whomst. I said don't touch me. Don't touch me. Oh, they're mad. Oh, they're mad. Oh, they're bad. All right. Anyways, that's going to have to be it for this video. Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg indeed. Well, you guys are lighting me up. Come or get. Is that even breaking a rule? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. Okay, anyways, now I can finally end the video. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I just want to thank everyone who has been patiently asking me nicely to come back to SCP. And the reason why I want to thank those guys who are asking me patiently and nicely is because those of you who did that really understood the situation, whereas others would just tell me horrible things and demand that I go back to Roblox SCP. So seriously, a huge thank you to those of you who understood that and just respect me and understand all of that and love me for that. I don't know. You guys are amazing. You guys are the real ones. But without further ado, I can't wait to see all of you guys in the next one. And of course, we'll be back with normal Roblox SCP content very, very soon. I just wanted to make this video real fast, and we'll go ahead from there. And this is the most, bro. Why would you get your mother's credit card, swipe it on Roblox SCP roleplay, just to light up a Class D who's just standing there? Anyways, see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!